Hey, what's going on, guys? It's that time of the week, your weekly fishing report. And let's start off with what's going on with some rock fishing and what's going on with the bite around this area of the upper Chesapeake area. So let's start off with rockfish. Rock fishing for you guys coming out of Annapolis, Baltimore, all this area. Some of the bigger fish have actually moved up. That's been kind of like the story here in the past few weeks. Not too many reports of big fish like we were seeing earlier in the summer, where it was 30-35 inch fish, but you're still catching some quality upper 20s. Some of the areas that we been getting reports from has been Hodges Bar, Swan Point. The Love Point bite has kind of been on and off, but if you're moving a little bit north towards there, and even heard a little bit of people catching them towards Poles Island, which is a little bit really pretty far up there. Those guys have been drifting eels in spot, live lining them with 5-6 odd circle hooks, and they've been doing pretty well, and they're fishing anywhere between 15-20 foot of water. So check out those spots if you want to make the run up there. The Bay Bridge, it's actually still producing some fish. It's not as hot, but remember, it's always going to produce fish there. Same techniques. You can jig for them in the Bay Bridge, half ounce, 3/4 ounce jigs. 6-7 inch profile baits are going to actually give you the chance to catch some bigger fish and still be able to catch a mid-sized fish there. Soft crabs, live spot will be some of the other better options there too, if you like to use bait. Trolling wise, for you guys going up north, trolling bigger drone spoons has actually worked pretty good with inline, like planers or inline weights. Fishing just on the edges of the channels, like the Dickory, going all the way up to 7-foot knoll, has been pretty good. Now, topwater bite fishing for you guys throughout the area has been picking up too with the colder nights and colder mornings. It seems like the morning bite has been a little bit better for topwater, since the water's a little bit cooler and those fish moving shallow. All the islands in Eastern Bay have been producing some good fish with topwater lures, subsurface lures, fishing pretty shallow water, anywhere between 4 foot of water, fishing around structure. Like I said, any of the lighthouses, any of the pilings, and even 7-foot knoll have been producing some fish with topwater. New technique to the area here for you guys has been the popping corks. People use them down south a lot, but it's actually becoming a thing here now. What you're doing is just creating motion over top of the water with the actual popping cork. Then you have the little teeth or a couple of foot underneath, just kind of jigging it off the bottom or off the suspended throughout the water column, and that has been producing some good rockfish. For you guys looking for Spanish mackerel, we heard some crazy stories of people even catching them all the way towards Love Point. Not too many. It's not like there's massive schools of mackerel up there, but there's been reports of mackerel caught in Love Point, obviously right in front of Chesapeake and down towards the mouth of Eastern Bay. The most south you go, or the farther south you go, the more chances you're going to get to catch more mackerel. I know Mike talked about these last week, and they have been pretty hot. Is the hardhead bummer, spoons. I like that size a lot for mackerel, and those two colors are pretty good for the mackerel right now. Remember, make your leaders off the planers pretty much like 15-20 foot long. It's going to help get these spoons actually moving. And then if you can make your leaders with a little ball bearing swivel in the middle, like split it 10 foot, or 7 and 7, it will help the spoon actually wobble a lot more and prevent line twists. Just a little tip there for you guys for the Spanish mackerel. Point Lookout area has been pretty great for pretty much everything. Big bluefish, Spanish mackerel, cobia, redfish, moving to the target ship and searching that area and sight casting for mackerel and even some redfish in that area. Redfish, heard that they moved pretty far north towards Chesapeake Beach, but those reports kind of have been up and down this past week. So we'll wait and see what happens here with this temperatures and everything, and the fronts coming through. Fishing's gonna keep getting better, guys. So crabbing got good here in the past week, in the western shore with a lot of guys catching a decent amount of crabs and good sized crabs with that super high tide we had. Racer clams, you know, are the favorite still. Obviously chicken eggs will work too. Get out there in the morning if you're doing traps or anything like that, and anywhere between 5-10 foot of water on, you know, sandy bottom will be pretty good. Like I said, fishing's getting better, guys. Make sure you tag us on all your pictures on Facebook, Instagram. Send us your reports, you know, we'll put you up on the fishing report. And that's it for this week, guys. Enjoy. You guys have a good one.